Ryan Garcia makes Gervonta Davis a win or lose guarantee before the fight. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red Sports. Let's talk about it. Alright, the big homie, Ryan Garcia. The fight is coming up. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. He made Gervonta Davis a guarantee before the fight. He says that there's definitely going to be impactful moments within the fight, and he thinks that the most impactful moments will be on his side. I just want to discuss what that guarantee was that he made to Gervonta Davis, and why did he say win or lose. So, recently in an interview, they asked Ryan Garcia his feelings about the upcoming fight, and he had this to say. He basically said that win or lose, I'm going to take a piece of Gervonta Davis with me on fight night. And I found that to be a little funny. I think that Ryan Garcia understands the situation, the magnitude of the situation, and how big this fight is for these two guys. It might not be the biggest fight in the sport of boxing at the moment, but it's definitely one of them. I would have to still put Spence and Crawford more than likely at the top of the mound. I think if those two guys actually get into the ring together, they're going to do numbers nobody else in the sport is able to pull off. I mean, nobody. Not Fury, not Canelo, nobody. I think if those two guys got in the ring together at some point this year, maybe the beginning of next year, it's going to be probably over 1 million buys when it comes to that fight. I think that would be historic. It might not break the Maypac records, but those two guys, I feel like, are going to be the ones that pretty much set the full precedent for the sport of boxing when it comes to pay-per-views coming back. But when it comes to Ryan Garcia and Gervonta, I think they're going to set a new level for fights to aspire to. They might do 600. They might do 600,000. I doubt it. I'm looking more like 400,000, 500,000, somewhere around there. But I think that'll set a precedent for the sport, and it'll let guys know that, boxing is still worthy. It can still make you money as long as you're putting on great fights. But with all that being said, so Ryan Garcia says he's going to take a piece of Gervonta Davis with him, win or lose. And what do I feel like he meant by that? I think Ryan Garcia, once again, understands the magnitude of the moment. And he understands, I think, that he's probably a little bit outgunned. So I think it's to the point to where he's going to basically say things to where, hey, I'm going to leave my mark on this guy, but I might not win. I'm going to have an impactful fight, but I might not win. I'm going to make Gervonta Davis remember my name forever, but I might not win. Now, these are my personal feelings. This is why I feel like he's trying to say that, even if I lose this fight, you're going to remember my performance, win or lose. You're going to remember this performance as the day that Ryan Garcia took it to another level. And I'm hoping he actually does that, man. I think these two guys can have the capability of putting on an incredible show, one-of-a-kind show, and, just setting that bar very high for the sport of boxing. We all were looking forward to Spence and Crawford setting that bar pretty high for the sport of boxing, but those two guys decided that the fans didn't need that fight as much as they thought they did, so they kind of shelved it, and those two guys are doing what they're doing at the moment, and you have to look forward to guys like Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis Even Devin Haney and Lomachenko. You got the possibility of that Tyson Fury fight out there. I mean, we got big fights. I think the Anthony Joshua fight was last night. I never catch his fights because they take place in the UK and I never know when they start. And so I always catch the fight after it's over. Like, I'll turn to a channel or something and they'll be interviewing. I'll be like, man, this fight was on already. So I never get to catch Anthony Joshua's fights. Big up to Anthony Joshua, man. I believe he won. He won this fight. So, big up to Joshua. But I think there's so many big names in the sport, but they're not selling pay-per-views. And this fight, definitely, if Ryan Garcia comes in and actually does, let's just say he knocks Gervonta Davis down, scores a knockdown. It's a good knockdown, not a slip type knockdown, but a legitimate, caught him with that left hook knockdown. And I think that those excitable moments could be memorable, and they could possibly push for a rematch. If he gives a decent enough performance to where it's questionable whether Davis won the fight or not, it's possible that there could be a rematch. Even though I think Davis is gonna knock him out, this might go 12 rounds. Maybe Ryan Garcia is gearing up to take Gervonta 12 rounds. Maybe he's trying to get a decision. Maybe he's not going to go for a knockout. I know everybody's thinking both of these guys are hunting a knockout. I don't think Gervonta's hunting a knockout. I think his game plan for this fight is going to be to box Ryan Garcia. Since everybody thinks he's just going to go for that knockout, try to get him out of there, I think he's going to flip the game plan and come in and try to box Ryan, confuse him a little bit, get him on his toes, and then 7th, 8th round, he's going to boom bop him. He's going to hit him with the boom bop, knock him out, get it on over with, and I think we'll all say if Ryan Garcia did manage to do something significant within those 7 or 8 rounds, we'll say that Ryan deserves maybe a second chance or a good shot at a guy like, Kambosa, or maybe him and Shakur get it on, or maybe him and Josh Taylor get it on in 140. There's a lot of possibilities out there. Shakur Stevens moving to 135. I don't know if those two guys would be, there'll be another catch weight problem, I'm sure, with Ryan Garcia, but it is what it is at this point. But do I believe Ryan Garcia when he says he's going to leave his mark on Gervonta Davis in this fight? Hey, I ain't got no reason not to believe him. I think he's going to try his best to be impactful within this fight and give fans something they're definitely going to remember. But the boom bop is coming, so you might as well get ready for it, Ryan. It's coming. 7th or the 8th round, he's probably going to put your lights out. Oscar's going to get in the ring, start crying. Bernard is going to flip out. His funny little wizard hat's going to come out. But it is what it is, man. It's your boy, Cardinal Red Sports. I think that's it for now. Y'all hit that like button for me. Share. Subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. More than likely to get a response on YouTube. So holler at me over there. If you want to collab, you can always hit my Gmail. flockofcards@gmail.com. And we are mad. For sure.
It's your boy Young Keys, I get my grind on. 1 week I'm in 3 different time zones. Smoking on the blunt the size of a thigh bone. You can't put just 5 on what I'm on. Super Pro, taking smoke through the nose. Got a super hoe, shorts make a booty show. Oh, I know you got that action. I split it like a fraction. Gon' let your back be.
I wonder if they feel me in the front. Don't be stern, cause I'm really what they want. I wonder if they feel me in the back. With your hand, homie, show me where you at. And say I'm that nigga, I'm what they want. I'm what they want, I'm what they want. I'm what they want, I'm what they want. I'm what they want, I'm what they want.
I'm one of a kind. I'm trying to take your hoods over one at a time. I got a terrible hustle, a wonderful grind. Both of us said we real niggas, one of us lying. See me riding solo with a blunt of the pine. Shorty got a few kids, said one of them mine. I know you see me, yeah, I heard. No bag on my bird, got the swag of the year.
I wonder if they feel me